sport, Harry gets his men, as Capital FM told you first. West Ham have signed stay-away striker Paolo Di Canio, and Cameroon's Marc-Vivien Foe. Boss Harry Redknapp is very happy with it all.
They were the two players I wanted.
The weather tonight like this. Damp. Lows 6 and 43. Drizzly to start tomorrow. But it'll be sunny later.
Harry Redknapp. That's an absolute gem. Why? What were you thinking about?
I think if you rewind the tape, you'll hear I said Harry Redknapp. Not pa. I'll just get on with the show.
Harry Redknapp, that's an all-time classic. Oh, what a great Wednesday this is.
Foxy Showtime 95.8 Capital FM.
Harry Redknapp.
Pammy Anderson's court ordeal is over. She's being sued for quitting a movie, claiming the sex scenes were too graphic. The decision on exactly the verdict there is still to be made. Lawyer Adam Miller says the claims that she's making are not true.
Hi, this is Homer Simpson.
Well, that's very good, isn't it? Thank you to our amazing computer system here that actually, when you put one thing into it, something else comes out.
Stuff there. How about closer to home? Let's go to the Capital Radio Cafe. The Radio Cafe on Leicester Square. Neil Long's there. Neil, what's happening with you?
Right, we're going over to Jonathan Pierce very, very soon. But first, there's something I have to do just to get us all in the mood. Hit it, Hergy!
We're not quite sure what's happening there in the Capital Cafe. We'll be back there in a couple of minutes. Only as far as the drive back, and it was deflected, and Jones can't get it! And it's gone in! Oh, blasted into the roof of the net! Fulham lead, and they on their way to a fourth-round tie with Aston Villa.
In sports. In sports. In sports.
They were the better side on the night. We weren't on our guard, we weren't on our mettle.
And that was the verdict of Glenn Hoddle, slightly delayed thanks to our technology.
Sports today, Harry.
Well, I don't know. I give up. The verdict of Glenn...
Only top tip, really, before I pass over to Justin, is for any spectators who haven't been here before, do come down. It's a phenomenal event. But please, please, please wear gloves. Your hands hurt like buggery. Over to you, Justin.
Here we are then, 22 miles.
This is your birthday bonanza station, 95.8 Capital FM, London.
At 7, Tokyo woes and Hong Kong horrors. Finance fears here as East shares dip east. Let's read that again, shall we? Tokyo woes and Hong Kong horrors. Finance fears here as Far East shares dip and dive. I do beg your pardon for this. We've been trying to set up a line interview before the news. Live online from the city, Chase Manhattan's Adrian Spitt. Let's see if he's there. Adrian, are you there? Adrian, are you there? No, he's not. Okay, good-o.
The Californian cover girl suing Dodi Fayed wants a confidential meeting with Di. She wants to warn the princess against it.
Gordon Brown says Britain's economy must come first.
In sport with Carling, we face first for football. It's Derby Day. Arsenal go to the Palace without Martin. Lewis Beaumont likely to play. Dixon faces
London's weather remaining rather overcast first off, but very sunny and warm by the afternoon and above average seasonal.
In other ex-headlines, the papers are running with evidence the atrocities in Kosovo are worse than feared, and the Queen and Tony Blair are leading tributes to Cardinal Basil Hume, because he's dead, and rapist DJ Richard Baker is due to be sentenced this morning. It's going to be sunny.
What's everyone laughing at? Mark Webster, you seem to be the centre of this one.
Oh, God, no, I was trying to leave the room.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Ruth?
Nothing to do with dead Cardinals.
Right.
Nothing.
I've finished. Have you done? Gomez. It's 8:32. I've no idea why people are laughing. Bring it on.
And because of Hurricane Earl, there is a wind warning in effect in the southeastern states, all the way from Florida, all the way right up to somewhere north of that. I'm afraid I'm ad-libbing this because we had some computer problems before the news.
I wish we could give you the league table again, but we're in utter darkness here at Highbury. It's pitch black up here in this, and we can't see a thing. And in fact, Tony's reaching now for the old. Don't touch me there, please. Darkness. 0171.
Sorry, I thought it was a torch.
Yeah, pocket torch. 0171.
Just quickly about England, you say you're still gutted. What are you gutted about, the performance or about the cheating Argentinians? I'm sorry, and this may sound awful, I'm not a fan of Argentina at all. Nothing to do with the Falklands. I'm just not a fan of the way they play the game. I go back to '66 with Rattin and all the palaver there that Alf Ramsey and his lot had to face, which was a disgrace. So they get no sympathy from me at all, Bob. Thanks for your call, 0121. So, let's go. First of all, let's have a look. Follow left for Bergkamp, brilliant control! Bergkamp! Yes! That is Bergkamp! One of the greatest World Cup goals you will see! And Argentina are heading out of the World Cup! And good bloody riddance!
Travel trade man Keith Betton.
People are guaranteed money, so there's no chance of people being thrown out onto the streets. And then those people also who've not yet travelled, they actually get a full refund within a few months.
We'll be back in more
people are saying this is a really cut
Well, I beg your pardon, that item of sound fired by itself there, I'm not entirely sure why that should be.
And the skipper, though, Steve Lomas, will start a 3-match ban on Saturday after he touched ref Gerald Ashby's arm at Blackburn before Christmas. The Hammers hope that Ashby would. The Hammers hope that the ref would have a look at the decision and overturn it. Eventually, he didn't. After last night.
Crystal Palace will name their new manager in 45 minutes' time. We know Terry Venables and John Barnes are not in the running for the job. Capital's Jonathan Pearce has the latest. JP.
I'm on my way to the press conference now. I'm being driven down to Mitcham in the training ground. A lot of speculation. I've got to break off because the lorry's nearly hit us.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan, and keep it Capital for the very latest.
This is 95.8 Capital FM, London. 95.8 Capital FM. The Flora London Marathon.
I'll tell you what, there's a newsreader somewhere in Leicester Square who just absolutely had a heart attack there. It's 95.8, this is Capital FM, it's James Cannon. I hope you're having a good day today. We are live from the Tower Hotel, London Marathon 19...
In tennis, Tim Henman's celebrating success in the Sydney International. He'll defend his title in the final following a straight-sets victory over Australia's Patrick Rafter.
Statement number 2. Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer, was originally going to be known as the South London Lisper. True or false? What do you reckon?
I'm gone. That's it. The end of my life. I'm gone again. Oh my God. I'm crying. Let me just say that again. Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer, was originally known as the South London Lisper. Is that true or is it false? It's 171 4848958. Please call and help me. Please.
6 men are preparing for the toughest.
This is useless, Darren. Useless. Absolutely useless. Look for a new presenter Saturday. I'm not doing it. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Driving me nuts.
This is 95.8 Capital FM, London.
At 8:07, a complete breakdown in all my studio systems. Trouble came about 2 minutes past 8 when everything just stopped working, all the buttons seized up, and the computer crashed again. Experts have not ruled out the Millennium Bug as the potential cause. On the line now from American radio station WPXYTKQ 107.3, the hottest music, Doug Zarby. Doug, what do you know?
I'm sorry, I don't know who is this.
It's Howard.
Howard?
Howard Hughes.
Right.
From London. I came over and borrowed a copy of your jingles once.
Howard, it's 4 in the morning.
Never mind, we'll return to that story later. Meanwhile, on this button over here, I should have company spokesperson Russ Kane.
Absolutely ghastly as a... Art Deco Hoover building. It's gleaming in the sunlight. Land the plane! Oh, land the plane!
Well, I'm sorry, we'll have more on that story as it breaks throughout the day. London's weather, yes, from Leicester Square with loads of compression. This is Howard Hughes.